like Maura just said, I mean, maybe they were intentional, I don't know, but surely he would know what would develop from the actions he made in that documentary, and I don't know, that's probably an extra clue there, I'm not sure.
Michael is not a naive person, and I the more and more I think about it, I just can't, the thing that gets me is when I was watching the other day, and I saw Michael sitting in that seat there on the Ferris wheel, and it's a number 7 seat. That was just like, oh my God, that was like, there's no way, I mean, it's just too much. A number 7 seat, you know, I want to adopt 2 kids from every continent on the world. There's 7 continents. I mean, it's just, people have to really, Michael Jackson's a perfectionist. You have to really pay attention to what he says. It's not overanalyzing.
Yeah.
It's not reaching. He's a perfectionist by nature, so you have to pay attention to things that he says and his actions.
I think he tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. I think maybe he had people warning him, because Michael had people warning him all the time about things. I think he may have tried to give him the benefit of the doubt, you know, take a person at face value, but at the same time he was cautious, and this is why he taped and filmed himself as well, because he did recognize that, okay, you know, maybe people that are warning me are maybe on to something. You know, but I think he really tried to look at the good in people and believe that what people were saying, who they say they were, you know, and it's just unfortunate that time and time again, obviously, he had to find out that people were not who they say they are, just as I find out every day on YouTube that people are not who they say they are, and maybe people feel that way about me.
Go ahead. There's something else that, oh, sorry. Go ahead. Who was talking? Was that Magical Escapism?
No, that was me. I was just saying, she's saying about people on YouTube. She is telling the truth.
Okay. Go ahead, Pelly. Hey, Pelly, I'm going to take Pelly. Did you want to finish that up, or do you have something else that you wanted to say next?
Well, it's just so true. I mean, look at Maura. I mean, I'm sorry, but Maura, you know, when she makes her videos, they have lots of personality. This is what I like about it. Now, you know, everybody doesn't use certain words to get their point across.
Right.
And that's fine. We all communicate in different ways. But why people take it so personal to the point of hate, it's just beyond me. It just makes no sense.
Because
I'm an adult woman.
People don't like what people's problem is with me is they want this image of Michael that they believe in. They want this, oh God, you can't say the F word to Michael in the same sentence. You can't do this. Michael, no, they can't take off those. People cannot accept the hoax because people do not want to feel deceived by this sick romantic fantasy they created in their head about Michael Jackson, and that's reality.
Right. Well, it's not even just a hoax. It's so many things. You know, it's like the Gold Pants room that I created. Now,
talk about the Gold Pants.
I got to talk about the Gold Pants room because there's a YouTube user named Delvita who makes these videos, and I think that she does a good job at what she does for the people that like that type of thing, that can appreciate his sex appeal. I'm sorry, but we live in a world where, you know, you have sex appeal, you have Beyonce and all these things.
Right.
You don't sit up and judge people and make people out to be the worst people because that's what they appreciate.
Right.
If you believe in God, then trust that God will teach them and deal with them in His time. It's not about your time. We don't all get there in the same time. Everybody's not going to be a college graduate, but it doesn't mean you can't make $1 million, okay?
Right.
So, you know, if you love the way you say you love and you believe in God the way you say you do, then let God deal with it and be you and respect people for who they are, and you don't have to be in the Gold Pants room. But you don't have
if you don't like it, you can change the channel.
Yeah, there's so many other chat rooms. There's so many other chat rooms to be in, but you don't hate people because they don't live the way you do. And that's a big problem on YouTube.
That's why Pelly and Magical Escapism, I'm glad that you guys came on to join us today, because I think you guys have a perspective. It widens the perspective of all these people out there, and it shows that everybody thinks alike, but everybody still gets along.
Everybody is different.
Right.
And we all have the same common respect that we want to know what happened to Michael Jackson, good or bad. We want to know the truth. We want to appreciate him, and I think that's the biggest thing that people are failing to understand. We're not trying to dehumanize him or put him on display or use him or hurt his kids or any of these crazy things we're being accused of. we're trying to protect all of this. So you guys want to...
And variety is the spice of life. You know, you have to have different opinions, and it makes it interesting.
Yeah.
I would be so bored if everybody thought like me.
I think it's great that all of us four could be on here together, because we all have different theories, and we're proving that we can discuss it maturely without fighting. I mean, we have our different theories that each of us may agree or disagree on certain aspects, but we can all discuss it maturely and just get on with it and learn and educate ourselves on what we don't know instead of fighting about it.
See, now I wish I had We Are the World in my... Now I wish I would have We Are the World in my music thing. I'd play it right now. Okay, I got a phone call from the 913 who wants to talk to you guys. Hey, welcome to the Carlotta Chatwood Show. You're on with Magical Escapism, Tom, Mara, and Petley Life. Welcome to Carlotta Chatwood.
Hey guys, it's Brandy.
Hi, Brandy is the co-host for the Carlotta Chatwood Show, regularly scheduled at 11. She's one of the co-hosts. She's the nice one. Paul's in the chat room.
I like Paul.
I just wanted to say, well, I'm not a hater, and so I love Michael. And you know, even if you are someone who doesn't believe that this was a hoax, I think we all have to admit that there are too many things that just are not adding up.
Right.
And so I just want to say to you guys, keep it up. I hope you can find something. I really hope you do. So keep forth with it, guys, and keep doing what you do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Wouldn't you be happy, Brandy, if Michael's alive? Brandy loves Michael.
You don't know how happy I would be. I keep telling myself, I know I really want to believe in my heart that he's still here. So, so I'm hoping they find. I don't think that Michael would be angry with the fans for looking for him. If your brother was lost, wouldn't you look for him? That's how I look at it. I mean, why would he be angry with us for loving him that much? That's an act of love, to not want to believe and to search and look for somebody. It's a real act of love. Even if you don't understand it, you know, don't undermine the fact that we have a love for him that's strong enough that drives us to want to know for sure, for ourselves, that this man is in fact, you know, gone. And I'm sorry, but I just don't believe that he is.
Gone, that doesn't change the message of the hoax for me. If I found out tomorrow Michael Jackson has been dead for, 10 months, it doesn't change anything for me, because I feel like I've learned so much about myself, so much about the world, so much about people, their nature. I've learned I've been educated off of this. Like, it's totally changed the person that I am. It's changed me.
Right.
So I feel like this is not in vain at all for me. I mean, it's a experience that I will take with me forever.
Thank you, Brandy, for calling in.
Thank you, Brandy.
Take care.
Bye. And you guys, I got to shout us out. You can hear Brandy at 11 a.m. on Saturdays on the regularly scheduled Carlotta Chatwood Show time. And we are crazy, y'all. It's a totally different show. This is our special report. This is like our 2020 primetime report. Okay. We have some other callers on the line. And listen, I see 306. I don't know if you want to talk. If you do, hit the 1 so I can know for sure. Just hit the 1 and I'll know for sure. 718-766-4236 if you have any questions for Tom, Mara, Petley Life. Oh, wait a minute. What happened there? Tom, Mara, Petley Life, or our Magical Escapism. Definitely call it. Tom is probably about to go, though. Tom, are you getting ready to go out?
I'm going to get ready to go before my hands drop off.
Okay, so Tom, what do you want to say important? Because I made it as the 30th okay with you? May 30th for the second installment? I mean, for the fifth installment? Yeah. Okay, so what do you want to say to everybody before you head on?
Okay, before I wanted to go, I was going to say it earlier just to make it seem like, I don't know, less prioritized. But I just want to say, I don't think we should be so hateful or dismissive towards Uri Geller. Mm-hmm. You're going to get so sick of me talking about this guy, but honestly, people are pointing it out and saying things like my forum is a sick kind of shrine to Uri Geller, when in fact it isn't. I have one section because the man has changed my life for the better like he says he would. He stopped me smoking, and I had smoked regrettably for maybe 4 to 5 years. and it was slowly killing me. I don't want to go down that path, and now I don't have to, thanks to him.
Wow.
So in my life outside of Michael Jackson, my life has changed courtesy of Uri Geller, and if he is listening, then I thank him for that, because, yes, he's changed my life.
Wow.
And I want to tell you people out there,
that.
too, about Tom. Let me tell you something. All of you people who think Tom is Michael Jackson and all these crazy theories that you have, Moral works for Saudi.
Oh, yeah, to add to that list,